Alright, over here at hive number 1, and before I start smoking them at all, I just wanted to show you the front entrance because of this. There's really not a lot of activity going on here, which makes me curious to see what I'll find here shortly once I open them up. There has been a few bees coming and going, but I might end up moving some frames over as long as they're still queen right, and or maybe shaking some bees into this colony. Yeah, so not a lot of activity, none that you saw. So let's see what's going on with them, because they were definitely queen right last week. They have bees, so take a look at them before I really start to smoke them down. They have bees, so it's really curious what's going on with them since they don't have a lot of activity on the front porch. Alright, try to do less talking during these videos unless I find something that interesting. Again, just a good tip, check your inner covers or the underside of your covers for the queen, because I have found her at least one time. So this is what I was saying in my intro video for the week. There's really not a lot of frames of bees in here, maybe 2. I'd be surprised if there was 3. So if that is the case, I'll have to shake some bees in here. So I started running these as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 frames to give myself some space, so I'm not always struggling with getting that 9th frame out, because it does make it very, very tight with this 1 gallon frame feeder. Some dead bees down there. These frame feeders from Man Lake, actually, they really do a good job. I'm not really sure why bees are getting caught up down there. It's kind of how the feeder's designed, so they don't die, but I guess some still get stuck. Alright, they do have brood. Let me get a few things handy real quick. A queen cage and my flashlight. And I don't have the queen cage that I want, because I think I left it in the car from removing a swarm last week, but I do have my flashlight. For a frame where you would expect to find brood, I don't see any, well, not brood, but expect to find eggs. Definitely don't see any. I mean, that's a nice patch of brood. And so is that. And there's the queen right there. This comes up on camera. There she is where the flashlight's at. This frame actually has some nice brood throughout. brood and eggs, kind of standard area you would expect to find them. And same thing on this side. This is what I'm gonna do. I know they're queen right because I just found the queen. They really only have maybe 2 frames of bees, so and they have the space. I mean, the queen has the space to really expand the brood chamber. She just hasn't. So I'm gonna end up shaking some bees and or move some frames into this colony so they can start expanding on that. Might do that off camera because I have to get into the rest of the hives first. So if you don't see it, that is the plan, because in comparison to the other hives, they're just not anything that you would describe as strong. So that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm just gonna have to increase their population, shake some frames of bees into them, or move a frame or 2 of brood from one of the stronger colonies into this one. At least they're still queen right, so they have that going for them. But yeah, hive number 1 especially, I know people say don't base a lot off front porch activity, but you know, here's a quick look at hive number 6 right next to it. So, you know, in comparison, practically nothing, minus this 1 bee hanging out, and what you can assume is a healthy hive based off the front porch activity. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna move some frames of bees, maybe 2 or 3, and or shake 2 or 3 frames of bees into hive number 1 to get them going, and then give them 2 weeks and just check back on them then. All right, well, that was pretty quick. That does it for hive number 1. I wasn't really expecting to find a lot based off the front porch activity, so based off of that observation, my suspicions were right, and they're not nearly as strong as they could or should be for this time of year. Okay, well, that's it. I'm gonna get into hive number 2 next, so you know, check out that video if you want. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the video, check us out on social media, Instagram and Facebook. Thanks everybody.